Okay, so I'm back with another story time. This is a story of how my coworkers convinced me to go to Trapeze for the first time. Now, if you're from Atlanta, if you know, you know. So I've lived in Atlanta for some years and I've heard people talk about it. I had preconceived notions about it and I was like, this is just unsanitary. So when they were talking about going, they definitely sat me down and gave me a play-by-play on what to expect. And I was cringing the entire time because I'm very mental and all I'm thinking about is the germs in there. And I'm a huge germaphobe. So to be open-minded, I go. Not because I'm interested in going, but I took this as more of like a social experiment. So once we get our membership, we make our way to the back. And as soon as you get in there, you see like an open club. And I was like, there's not a lot of people here because it's like a dance floor, there's a stripper pole, there's like a full bar and everything. So they told us we had to bring our own drinks. So we stopped at the bar to drop off our bottles. So we go into our locker room. Now, I was already told that it was a co-ed locker room. So I was already prepared. Even though I was a little uncomfortable, I went in the locker room and changed because you got to lock up everything. And you have to change from your outside clothes to your inside clothes. Now, already in the locker room, they're giving me that pep talk again. And there's a couple that overheard. They're like, oh, it's your first time. Don't worry. You'll be fine. Just have fun and blah, blah, blah. And she's talking to me while she's taking everything off. Like, everywhere I turn, there's body parts. And I'm desperately trying to like cover up because I am a little shy. Even though people don't believe this, I am very shy. Okay. So I did not know what I was supposed to wear. So I wore boy shorts and a sports bra to go in there. Like, it looked like I was going to the gym basically. But the girls in there, they had lingerie, boots. Listen, they look good. They really did look good. And in there, there is something for everybody. Okay. Different shades, different sizes, different lengths. It don't matter. It was in there. Okay, so after we changed, they said we can go to the playroom, right? So the playroom, women could get in there freely, right? But a man, you have to be escorted by a woman in order to get in there. So at the entrance, you'll see a bunch of random guys standing in there trying to talk to you because they want to gain entrance into that area because it's like a couples area. So when they see us going in, they kind of scurry in there with us. But once I went around that curtain, I was prepared, but I wasn't prepared, bitch. I wasn't prepared. So there was a lot going on in there. I chose to sit in the ottoman that was like in the middle because I saw other people sitting there and they're kind of just observing what was going on because around the perimeter a lot was going on, right? So I made it clear that I am sitting in this one spot that I disinfected and I'm not moving. When I tell you I was wrapped up so tight in that towel, I did not take it off. I sat there with my drink and I sipped it all night, right? Throughout the night, I'm kind of watching what's going on and I'm shocked. I am shocked, okay? One by one, I'm seeing different birth canals and stuff like that. And nobody's like cleaning the area. It's like one, done. Okay, next person, done. I'm like, this is so unsanitary. This is what I told y'all about. And my friend's like, bitch, if you don't shut the hell up, shut up, right? So I gathered myself and I sat there. I told her, don't nobody come and talk to me. Don't touch me or I'm gonna scream. Like, they know I am a liability. So as I'm sitting there, there is this outrageous couple that is just doing the most. And I mean the most. Being loud, telling people, why don't y'all get in here? Anybody that's walking by, they're trying to grab their arm to drag them to join. It was, I'm gonna just leave it like that. So one of her friends came over to talk to us. I felt comfortable talking to him because he sat right next to me and he's like, this is your first time, right? I'm trying to play it cool. I'm like, how do you know it's my first time? He's like, because you look so wound up tight and your face tells me this is your first time. And I was like, this is my first and my last time. Because So he's like, it's okay. We have a lot of people that come in and watch. I think he called them wire or whatever. I was like, yeah, that's me. So since he had a higher, I guess, VIP membership, he was like, since you're so uncomfortable here, let me go show you guys the other area. So me and another one of the girls we came with took a tour. So when you go into that back area, there's like a membership pin you have to put in and it's completely different. When the doors open, it was absolutely beautiful. It was so clean. The people in there looked different. The environment looked different. It was just chef's kiss, right? Even though the same activity was happening back there, it was different. So you see the girls cleaning, I guess because they pay $1,500 to be a member back there, they take care of that area a lot more. There's like a sauna, there's showers. It's beautiful, right? But then he takes me back to our area. And I'm looking around and I'm like, damn, the people over here are acting like wild animals. Like, the men were being so forceful and I didn't like it. Now, remember I told you, I just had plans on sitting in this one spot and I don't want nobody to talk to me, right? So a guy comes over and sits and he's like, can I sit here? I was like, you can sit there. So he tries to talk to me and he's like touching my elbow. I was about to fucking unravel, okay? Because I said I don't want to be touched. So he's like, come on, why don't you talk to me? You look pretty, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, I'm not interested. So I shoot him away the first time, right? He saw I wasn't interested because I turned my back to him and everything. Don't touch me and don't talk to me, bitch. So he walks away. Maybe 20 minutes later, me and my friend are sitting in the corner because we watching these two go at it, right? He comes back around. He sits next to the other girl that was sitting next to me, and he tries to talk to her, and she's like, yeah, no. So slowly, we start noticing the ottoman that we're sitting on, it started to get packed. And I mean, there was an elderly couple next to me, like somebody's Nana. Nana was being inappropriate, okay? And Nana was right there over my shoulder being inappropriate. So we decide to move all the way to like the back wall because there's like some elevated seats to where you're sitting up high and you can look down and you see everything going on. That was a perfect viewing point for me because I didn't want to be down there in the mix. But here comes old boy again, the one that I shoot off and my friend shoot off. The entire night, he was not getting any play from anyone, right? So he's now walking up the steps to consult us, and me and the girl, we were like mid-conversation because a lot of stuff transpired that night that is not my business to tell. But when he's coming up, he interrupted our conversation. He's like, yo, why don't y'all let me come and sit with you, right? She stops him. She's like, sir, we're trying to have a conversation here. And the look on his face was scary because he looked like he was about to slap us. Like, he didn't like hearing no. The more we told him no, the more angry he would get. And I was like, bitch, you about to get us fucking jumped in this parking lot. We still got to walk to our cars. So I made it through the ordeal, right? And the lights start turning on, and everybody's like going into the locker room to like get dressed. As we're making our way to the front, we noticed the same outrageous couple that was trying to drag people to bring them into their situation. They are in front in that dancing area, fist fighting. And I mean sloppy fist fighting each other, screaming. I was like, what the hell is going on? I am so out of my element. So of course, we had to go back to her house to debrief because I saw a lot of things that I wasn't expecting to see, okay? I was being open-minded because I was tired of them telling me that I was the uptight, bougie friend. But bitch, don't put me in no situation like that again, okay? I'm not built for that. I am what you call a well-choreographed tease. I talk a lot of shit, but I do not back it up. I ain't about that life. I'm not. Listen, trapeze is not for me. Mm-mm.